Week 8, Monday. A reading from the commentary of Pope Saint Gregory the Great on the book of Job. Shall we receive good at the hand of God and not receive evil? When Paul contemplated in himself the riches of spiritual wisdom, yet saw himself outwardly a corruptible body, he said, "We have this treasure in earthen vessels." Thus, with blessed Job, the earthen vessel felt those gaping sores on his body, but this treasure remained entire within. Outwardly his wounds gaped, but the treasure of wisdom did not fail to well up within him and issue forth in words of holy instruction. Shall we receive good at the hand of God and not receive evil? By good he meant either the temporal or the eternal gifts of God, and by evil he denoted the inflictions of the present time, of which the Lord said through the prophet, "I am the Lord, and there is no other. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil." I form the light and create darkness. For when the darkness of pain is created by blows received from outside ourselves, the light of the mind is kindled by instruction within. I make peace and create evil, for peace with God is restored to us when the things which rightly created yet wrongly desired turn into the kind of scourges that we regard as evil. We have grown at variance with God through sin. Therefore, it is fitting that we should be brought back to peace with Him by the scourge, so that as every being created good turns to pain for us, so the mind of chastened man may, in a humbled state, be made new in peace with the Creator. We should especially notice the skillful turn of reflection with which he gathers himself up to meet the persuasions of his wife, saying, "Shall we receive good at the hand of God and not receive evil? For it is a mighty solace of our tribulation if, when we suffer affliction, we call to mind our Maker's gifts to us. Nor will painful things depress us if we recall in time the gifts that cheer us. For it is written, in the day of prosperity, adversity is forgotten, and in the day of adversity, prosperity is not remembered." He who receives God's gifts, and at the time he receives them forgets to fear possible affliction, is brought low by this presumptuous joy. And he who is bruised by scourges, and yet in the person of scourging neglects to comfort himself with the gifts which it has been his lot to receive, is thrown out of his steadfastness of mind by despair on every hand. The two must be united, so that each may always have the other's support. Then the remembrance of The two must be united so that each may always have the other's support. then the remembrance of the gift may moderate the pain of affliction, and misgiving and dread of affliction may bite down the joyousness of receiving. Thus the holy man, to soothe the depression of his mind amidst his wounds, weighs the sweetness of receiving against the pain of affliction, saying, Thus the holy man, to soothe the depression of his mind amidst his wounds, weighs the sweetness of receiving against the pains of affliction, saying, Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and not receive evil?